For Utah Tech to get back in this, head coach John Judkins telling his team during the timeout, we have to get stops. He circled the time left on the clock and said, look, there's still plenty of time. We can't give up. We have to play with our heart on our sleeves. If they get a steal, we have got to get back. He said, I know there's a significant size advantage for Utah Valley, but if we stay patient on offense, we can find that advantage. Utah Tech down by 23 points. Head coach J.D. Gustin telling his team, we cannot give Grand Canyon open looks. We can't give them those open threes, and we have to get back in transition. He said the focus now should be on us. Can we be proud of the product that we're putting out on the floor? Can we get 1% better every play? That's been his message as this team continues to fight. For offense, Coach Nielsen said, we just got to fight through the pressure of Grand Canyon. We got to get to the rim. I asked, how do you slow down Alyssa Durazo-Frescas? He said, by not flying by her. Put a hand up. Have to contest her shots in the second half. Adam? Coach, 12 lead changes throughout this tough contest. What did you like about the execution down the stretch?
A lot down the stretch, and then let's talk about our freshman, Kendra Robinson. Knocked down a big shot, and then was able to get, again, an and one right there. So, again, these games are tough. We have to be gritty, and so I'm just so proud of how hard they fought through all that adversity that we had.
Yeah, that 9-0 run was sparked by your lone true freshman. How did she elevate her game to meet the moment? Yeah, offensively, ACU did force a few scoring droughts for you guys in this first half. How do you be more consistent the next 20? Alyssa Durazo-Frescas breaks the WAC record in made threes and does it in such a dynamic buzzer-beater fashion. How do you describe a player like her? Head coach John Judkins telling me at the half, we have to be more aggressive these next 20 minutes. He said, we've had one foul shot in the first half. That's not going to get it done. He also mentioned being tougher on the glass. He said, we're getting killed in that department. We were getting good shots, but we need to make them in this second half. We want a chance. Down by 13, CVU head coach Rick Croy told his team, our run is coming, but in order to make that run, we got to get stops. He wants his team to play like they're at the Fowl Event Center, their home arena. Play with that confidence. He looked at every one of his players and said, be a stud. You said at the half it was going to come down to a defensive battle. You hold Utah Valley to just 55 points. How connected were they tonight? From watching the timeouts and listening, the team has so much respect. Anytime that Lansware had words of wisdom, everybody stopped talking. He was so impactful in the timeouts, and they said they're certainly going to miss him as they try and close out the remainder of this game. Ben? Kobe Cole's an obvious X factor, 22 points on the night. How did he keep the momentum with you guys throughout the game? Your team shot 46% from beyond the arc, 11 made threes. What was working with the perimeter game? San Antonio, 19 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds in the win to send yourselves to the NCAA tournament. How did this team get the job done?
Man, it was ugly.
Kobe Williamson shutting down ACU with his post defense. How do you describe his impact tonight? The duo have eclipsed over 100 wins together at Grand Canyon. And when you ask head coach Molly Miller her motivation to get to the NCAA tournament, she says, it's Sierra Brown. It's my day one, crediting Brown for her loyalty and her representation of the program. Every year, you got to do more. That's what Edison King, the assistant director of development for athletics at CDU, told me. He's there on your screen waving the flag. He's been to this tournament for 5 straight years. It started with just a flag. Now he's added the hat, sunglasses, and a chain. He always sits behind CDU's bench every year. He just loves to show up and support, wants to give the players a familiar face smiling at them at any point during the tournament. The head coach John Judkins was emphasizing to his team in that huddle that the way Utah Valley got their lead was their defense. They got the steals and were able to turn that into points. He said, we got to do the same thing back to them. Be aggressive. He said, look at the fouls. Utah Valley only has 2. California Baptist up by 2. Head coach Rick Croy points to former Lancer Taryn Armstrong as an example of work ethic and overcoming adversity to his current team. The former WAC Freshman of the Year was unselected in the 2024 NBA draft and had to go back home to Australia to play professionally in Cairns. Armstrong then got his opportunity this February when the Warriors signed him to a 2-way contract. Armstrong did work out with California Baptist all summer, helping to push this team to the next level. Ben?
Kendra, I'll say that has paid off.